Ghostface is not a very good killer in Dead by Daylight, let's be honest. It's almost objectively agreed that he's in the bottom 5 killers.
Number 37, the Ghostface.
Ghostface with the average score of 3.26.
He feels very outdated, and if you're versed knowledgeable survivors and you don't get a good ambush on them, you're pretty much just going to get looped until the exposed is out. But today I'm going to show you how I managed to win the majority of my games on this character, and even go on double-digit win streaks. Now, I don't usually do educational videos, so it's time for you to get your notepad out and learn, bitch. Okay, so I'm going to go over this game for my stream. Now, immediately we are starting on a bad map, so I'm going to run you through how I turn this map into somewhat playable for Ghostface. Okay, quickly to go over add-ons on perks. I've got the add-on where you get 10% haste after exposing somebody, and the one where you see the aura of all survivors after you down somebody who's marked. But the driver's license is also really good if you do have an intel heavy build rather than a gen heavy build. Now, in terms of perks, I run a very anti-gen build, as Ghostface doesn't have very good map control due to his lack of movement. So we've got Scourge Hook, Pain Resonance, Grow Embrace, Dead Man Switch and Spies from the Shadows as my one intel perks. I think it's personally underrated. But anyway, into the game. Okay, to be clear, the face cam here is actually me live reacting to this game, to be clear. God Auto Haven map again. Right, this is a tough game. Right, so immediately starting off, I know the survivor's going to be spawning the far gens, and sometimes you get a one-off survivor who's going to spawn to the side. I'll show you what I mean here. Yo, GG's. Like, I'm thinking here, survivor could be over here too. And a survivor could be over there. There's a lot of possible gen spawns for the survivors, and I don't have lethal pursuer, so I go straight to main. Oh no, this is because that's usually a safe bet. One I thought it was. So I need to stop running in here. Now immediately, this Alucard, he doesn't even know I've got the cheekiest angle on him in the world. You can find a lot of cheeky angles on Ghostface, it will surprise you. Oh, Alucard, you poor man, he has no idea. You can hear that angle make me edge because it was so hot. Now here. Hello, his cape disguised his hitbox. Any other survivor that's a hit, you can say I'm coping, oh well. No, I'm calling that some cape bullshit right there. His cape has just hid his hitbox from me so well. On God. We get that down though, and it's a very fast down. I using my red add-on, I turn around and I see a survivor here. I believe I saw somebody else, but I clearly didn't. Maybe. Immediately go pressure this gen now. I think it's bugging. How is it bugging? But what about it? Right here, I hit the Scourge immediately because I know there's probably a gen that's minimum halfway progressed at this stage in the game. So getting a Scourge this early is massive because it blocks that gen off with Deadmans and it stops any pressure. Oh, I wasn't playing music because it stayed the same for so long. I forgot to put my music back on after I turned it off. Now, right here, 2 people opening a chest. They're trolling, it's whatever, they're duo queued, fine. Should always be doing gens as a survivor, but we'll let them off. This is... Now right here, I know if I expose them both, I get my 20% boost because of the matter add-on. So I expose them both. I know if they drop off this hill, I'm probably going to be able to hit them before they can do anything. So I bait going right, make one drop. Now right here, this Feng Min doesn't make it if she cuts inside, and she doesn't make it if she goes round, but look what happens. She pops a Dramaturgy. She hits a 25% speed boost for 4 seconds. God saves her. Wow. People God really pallet don't care about God pallet, do they? Now I believe I take this chase here, and it ends up being a bad chase. I'm going to speed it up. It drags out, and I think I leave because I realise I'm not going to get any value out of it. So I'm going to cut. This is actually... I actually left that... Has fucked my game so hard, I will say. Yeah, I left that chase later than I should have. I should have left a lot sooner. Now I get a gen done. If I had left that chase, I could have pressured this gen. Now Alucard's a little oblivious. I don't know who he's looping. Who is he looping? They're both on that gen. I got lucky that this guy's not as experienced at the game, I will say. They put their second gen. Now, at first glance, this game looks rough, but there's a really good free gen. There's a really good free gen behind me. I'll show you when I can. I don't know why I did that, to be honest, right here. We got a gen main and these two gens. Now this is a pretty good 3-gen. It's a good gen split.
I'm gonna.
Or it's the best I'll get on this map. Okay, here I tunnel because I know they've got 2 gens done. I need to get them off gens for longer. And I know if I tunnel this guy, the other survivors are going to be altruistic and drag themselves off what they're doing to try and help him.
I know that they're going to body block for him. I know that this is how they're going to want to...
Let me actually do this too, sorry. There we go. Okay, that's a win streak at the current point.
Help him.
Now look what this does. This drags Nicolas Cage into a bad position. He's not going to throw this pallet down because he knows Alucard needs it if he wants a chance to be saved. Now he's hit Dramaturgy, I believe.
Some call it toxic.
And I get the exposed on him, so that's big.
Tactical. Oh, he Dramaturgied and all.
I stick him on a Scourge hook because I'm worried about more gens being done at this point. Because I believe there's one survivor who I don't actually know where they are.
These Feng Mins could not give a fuck less.
And Shaq Gen, yeah, I saw him on Shaq Gen earlier. Here I was just trying to get a little bit more exposed on her because I already had her exposed a bit, then I leave.
You might be exposed.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's okay. So right here, I see you see a pop of Dramaturgy. Wait, I think she just popped it, and I don't hear her scream. And I know last time she screamed, I think so, and I don't see an item. So I make the assumption that she's exposed and read that.
That's game knowledge,
which I got very lucky with. So I pick her up.
Game knowledge.
I think I insta hook her here. Honestly. This Feng Min's unaccounted for, which is why I think I Scourge hook. You've always got to be keeping like a mental track of where the survivors are. Actually, no, she isn't. She's just saved. So I shouldn't Scourge hook at all here, to be honest. This is kind of a waste of a Scourge. But it's also good to just get a quick hook here. I hit another 20% speed boost. And I know here I get down now. This is... Here, right, I see Feng Min going towards the left, which is main building, a lot more resources. And I see Nicolas Cage kind of running to edge map. He's got a jungle gym over here on the right side. So I take the chase with Nicolas Cage, even though I've exposed Feng Min, and it's theoretically better because she's full health and it's more efficient, but he's injured. But I just know this down's more possible.
I just don't think Feng Min's worth my time, to be honest. That's the only reason.
Also, this pallet, if you play it right, it's a guaranteed hit no matter what.
Doing this.
As long as you don't get stunned. And I played it quite bad. I respect the vault twice when I shouldn't have.
No matter what I do, so I don't have to worry too much. Right, next time I'm just going to full send it.
He tries running, he doesn't make it anywhere, he dies. That's 2 survivors second stage, a little bit of tunneling going on, but when you're playing an M1 killer against, well, the 2 Feng Mins kind of know what they're doing, it kind of goes this way, especially on a map that's very open and the survivors can give constant comms on where you are. Now ignore my singing too, I like to sing a lot. Also, me hooking her here between the 3 gens I kind of want to keep locked, and you can see I'm not roaming too far away. The only time I roam away is when I know no survivors on this gen, so I have some time to look about to stop them resetting.
I don't know.
I see the scratch marks, I know they go for safe, so I try to get some exposed on them, some stalking, just preempt. I've got nothing else really to do here. Now, Nicolas Cage makes the most obvious decisive strike play ever. He gestures at me.
I mean, you talk about the...
Sees my red light and doesn't keep running through.
Decisive strike, and does it get more obvious? Does it get more obvious?
You take the down, because another survivor's going to be dragged off a gen to come pick him up now.
Does decisive strike get more obvious? That's the question I have.
Another gen done, but it's not on my gen lock, and I'm not really trying to patrol out here too much, so I don't mind.
We're killing Alucard, I need him dead. The only way I can recover this is with a... Where has Dead Hard been this entire game?
I say that like I haven't killed him twice from being exposed, but whatever.
What?
I kind of fake Feng Min there, just to try and like make him take this loot poorly. It didn't really work out though. He throws pallet down early. That misses a blind because I'm looking down at the floor to break the pallet. This is another guaranteed hit pallet. Even if he goes round there, eventually I'm going to win the mind game and down him. I turn around to pick up because I don't know if Feng Min's round in main building. I probably should have, I will say, I should have bought him more to the left in between the gens. This isn't a bad hook, but one of those hooks would have been better, so I could immediately pressure the gens. But that's one player out the game. 6 hook stages left, a little bit of tunneling going on, but it's whatever. I tried to get the same angle as earlier on main, but Feng Min leaves the gen early, I think. I guess she had a feeling. I see Nicolas Cage, and he's in a really bad position here. I should zone him in, right? So the reason why I approach this loop this way, right? Now, if he was smart, he would have wrapped all the way around. But approaching this way rather than that way kind of forces him to scoop left. Unless he goes around into this, like, just dead area. Because I know this pallet's used. Nobody wants to use a Z-wall, let's be real. Let's be real.
I think it is.
I take the second kill, and now this game's pretty much just in my hands. I've got 3 gens locked close to each other, and it's a 2v1. It's never going to work. And I will say, when you're on an M1 killer, as much as people will be toxic to you, and when you're on a killer as weak as this, you can't, like, get around to pressure much, so you do kind of have to tunnel. Like, it's sad, but it does have to be done. Obviously, you can try not to.
Hello? Where's my
Like I did earlier, where I just used them as bait and picked up other people. Once again,
3 gens I've left to do.
I think I'm not a top 1 killer. Let's be real. I make mistakes here.
Where's my lean on that? Okay.
Here, I should not be checking these gens because she's just popped that gen, and I've seen the other survivor here, which means both survivors are over here, and they have to cross through mid map. So I should just be like kind of patrolling middle, not letting them cross and trying to get some exposed, which I do here. I guess they could have wrapped round to this gen, so it's not horrible, but I still should have just been more aware.
They physically can't outplay this 3.
Now this is god gameplay for me. I'm gonna be real.
To get hit, and I'm not actually gonna
if I'm this Feng Min, I think you just throw this pallet down to like buy time for yourself. It doesn't do much, but it makes me go around.
She probably wants to get hit, and I'm not actually gonna give her that courtesy.
Yeah, as I say, she probably wants to get hit because it stops me one-shotting her. It gives her a speed boost to get away more, and it gets rid of her exposed, and I don't get my speed boost, which they probably don't know about unless they're really smart. She fakes window. I don't fall for it, which the going through the window was the right thing to do because I'm just waiting for my night shroud to go off cooldown. Right here, boom. Right there, I swing for the window. Why do I do that? The only way she's getting any distance from me is vaulting that window, because then I have to go around a wall or vault myself. So I swing for the window, body block it, it stops her being able to take it. Now she's forced to go back round to this shit pallet where no matter what she's going to get hit. I hit a lean, a quick little lean to insta-pop exposed. Now she can't do anything here to live, she's just dead.
See that? Do you see that swing to
now,
in front of the window?
Right here, I looked at chat, and it's kind of hard to see. Feng Min's aura is on that generator, so I know she's there now, but I didn't know at the time, so that's just not me being attentive enough.
That's a 10.
Realistically, if I wanted to, I could have slugged and gone for the 4K off the bat here.
You see that shit? That's what you learn when you watch pros, bro. That's what you learn.
A little bit of self-glazing has to be done. Now, once again, if you kept track of things better than I did, I definitely could have. I'd know that she was over there. And anyway, it makes sense because she was, I believe she was the one who just did the gen back there a couple minutes ago. So it makes sense for her to wrap round left rather than here.
I see. They have a annotated, they don't.
So even as a Ghostface, who at this point was on a 10-win streak, and I will say I was on another double-digit win streak before this, and I got a 2K one game, and that kind of chalked it. But that was the only game I lost in around 25 games.
1, 2.
Now,
3.
if I'm you and I'm a killer, right? Don't feel bad if somebody's making themselves a free kill. Like this Feng Min right here. She takes way less effort to kill than the other Feng Min, and she's making herself a free kill. I know she doesn't make anything because all the resources here have been depleted.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I take the down.
Right, next person.
I know Feng Min's still in this area unless she's done some weird double back. Now, I don't know why she's hopped on her gen. little bit questionable from her. The survivors aren't the best, but I mean, it's kind of, you don't really get. Yeah, survivors always make questionable decisions. She shouldn't be letting that hit her there either. Now, I get lost in the scratch marks like an absolute fucking donut, but Spies from the Shadows comes in and gives me some good intel. I fake going around, double back, and that's game.
It'll be mine and games.
Right, I'm going to mute up. Right, the main things I want you to take from this game are the way I held 3 gens. I think that's really important on Ghostface. You need to be very smart about when you venture out. Obviously at the start of the game it doesn't matter, but you need to keep an idea of the best gen looks you have and how you can keep the survivors from doing them, as well as where the survivors are when they're resetting. If they're resetting away from the gens, you need to venture out and try to find them and keep the pressure on. You cannot always want a mental note of where the survivors are, how many survivors are unaccounted for, because if a survivor's unaccounted for, they're doing a gen somewhere. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you want more videos like this, it's actually quite fun to make. I feel like I gave a very, incisive, is that a word? You know what I mean? I feel like I gave a very good view on how I think as a killer and how I've been getting my wins recently. Now, I'm not amazing, I make mistakes, but yeah, it's still very good. I'd love to do more videos like this, just going over games. Yeah.